Hello, this is Jessica Baroli, and I will be trying out for the part of Hino Ray, or as everyone knows her as, Sailor Mars. The first line that I'm going to do was the line from the audition video, so here we go. We don't even know who you are, and we're supposed to trust you? I don't think so. Another line, that I found online. I don't remember what episode it's from, but I do remember her saying it, so here we go. But future happiness is more important than memories. This next line I chose for the audition was something that Ree said to Minako when she was late coming to a sailor meeting. Geez, you really are the master of tardiness, you know that? Also, just on a side note, all of the previous quotes were subtitled from the Japanese version of the anime. So now I'm going to do some of the quotes that were from the actual English dub, except for the first one, of course. Oh, now I get it. You got meatballs on your head to go with the spaghetti inside. You're so stubborn. Let us help Serena. This next one is kind of when Ray goes on a little bit of a speech tangent. During the episode where this speech thing occurs, Serena, in the middle of what Ray says, asks why Ray is always yelling and that she's so mean. So you're going to hear a small gap between the lines where that is actually just supposed to be implanted, so please bear that in mind. What? You got noodles inside of that head of yours to go with the meatballs? We're Sailor Scouts. We'll figure out some way to get in there. I wasn't yelling! This next one is just kind of Ray being kind of disappointed in Serena and her overall behavior. She's unbelievably embarrassing. What you're about to hear now are the different attacks that Mars uses. Okay? So, here we go. Burning Mandala! Fire! Soul! Mars Fireball! Mars Flame Sniper! Mars Firestorm Flash! And now for the ever-popular transformation shout, because you can't have an audition without the ever-loving shouts of transformation scenes, right? So here we go. Mars Crystal Power Makeup! Mars Star Power Makeup! Mars Power Makeup! Before I wrap up my audition for Sailor Mars, I just kind of want to make a few extra points known. Firstly, I know you're probably going to hear a lot of background sounds dealing with my microphone. That's attributed for two reasons. First off, I was changing the microphone to multiple levels to adjust for the different fluctuations in my voice, some of which work and some of which don't. It's kind of a, feel as you go kind of scenario. Also, a lot of this is broken up into segments, if you haven't noticed. I'm sure you can with different sound fluctuations. The reason for that was because I was trying to find quotes that I could use that actually worked. And also, if I do get this part, I would be buying a better microphone. I would not be using my current Logitech, which I have sitting on my desk that picks up every little noise possible. So I would be using a headset. It's just, I'd have to go out and buy one. But that's not a problem. Also, I want to address the fact that I know I have a somewhat low voice for Mars. I don't really, I know Mars doesn't fit my archetype because, I mean, as you can tell with the way my voice is and the way I was portraying the character, it's not a normal Mars voice. I mean, it's definitely lower on the spectrum as far as how Mars would portray her attacks or the way she would respond to certain scenarios. But I was hoping that that would kind of mute Mars out a little bit, because if you actually look at Mars as a total character, I mean, through the PGSM and the anime itself and the manga, and you take different segments of it, it's almost like she's a Minako twin who just happens to be a shrine maiden. And I was kind of hoping to bring more of a seriousness to Rei, that a lot of people would depict in a fan fiction, but not really be able to voice easily. And my voice is something like that. I don't envision that Mars will be an easy voice for me to portray, but that's kind of why it interests me so much, is because she's not actually something that I would do as an archetype. I mean, I'm much more vocally more like a Hakura, or to a smaller degree maybe a Makoto, but because of that, I feel like this would be a definite challenge for me, and I'd love to see what I could do with that. Another thing that I know is that I didn't really pick too many overly emotional lines to portray, and that's firstly because of all of the different depictions with her. I mean, as far as the lines go. So I was hoping to do just an all around, instead of like using nothing but heavily emotional lines. I was hoping to kind of do, like the one where she was disappointed, as opposed to, something where she's kind of, chastising, Serena, and then going back, from being highly aggravated again, because they tend to do that a lot in the anime. So I was trying to portray that a little bit more than, what maybe I should have, but, that's definitely something to think about too. Anyway, I'll wrap this up, considering that this is going to be a longer video than what most would have imagined. So, thank you for your time, and we'll see where this goes.